but board games. That's what we're talking about. Board games. Actually, let me change the stream really quick. Trying to be an effective streamer. Let me get off of just chatting and we'll go to Tabletop RPG. While we chat. I know how to do this. I just changed the thing and done. I know how to wait. Let's see. Okay, cool. We're in the right category now. Perfect. So yeah, just to catch you up, Lozo, some of the board games I've been playing are, and let me see if I can bring them up. They're in no particular order. This is just what I've streamed. Granted, I've been really interested in like hybrid board games, which some of my friends like, some of them don't. A lot of them have been buggy. They're not exactly perfect. Granted, when is anything perfect? But the ones I really like are, and pull them up and show you real quick. Art games and models. So my kind of game. Yeah, lots of card games, believe it or not. I actually have one lined up next month for Valentine's Day. I've been sitting on it for a while. That's another thing with board games. I found out when you get them before they get to retail, you wait like a year plus, sometimes 2+ years. They can get very expensive if you want all the accoutrements, all of the goodies, and then you wait really long. You're in a line and you forget that you bought something, and then it one day just shows up at your doorstep and you're like, what the hell is this? And they're like, oh yeah, I remember you. I bought you like 2 years ago. You're finally here. Yeah, let me see. Board games. Okay, so I guess I'll show this one. So this is a really cool one. Let me see if I can get an actual called Heroes of the Shire. I like it a lot. It's kind of like a campaign. Choose a hero, level them up. It can be done solo or with friends. It's an indie game. Also, a lot of the games I've been playing are indie games. So small time, first time creators a lot of the time. Let's see. Show you this picture. Actually, it might be. Let's do this. My life would be. If I could, if I had a producer on my stream, they could show me the way. If I had a guy or a gal in a chair, they're like, "I got you, Ego. This is up on screen." I'll be like, "Thank you. You saved me so much mental fortitude and time." Let's go over to massive composite. Let's. This might be the most effective way. All right. It shows it. I typed it in correctly. Here we go. All right, it's working. So, this is Heroes of the Shire. It's 1 to 6 players. 30 to 180 minutes in playtime. In my experience, I think like the 5 times I played it, much closer to like 2 to 4 hours. But it's really cool. So here's like some of the components. You get character boards. This is the Musketeer, Scholar, a lot of like punch out board, cardboard token type things. It's really, really, really cool. I've actually wanted to play this remote. I've had an idea to play this with players from the community on like a tabletop night. All I would have to do is send you some screenshots of the board, which I have. And it's really simple. You just need some punch out tokens or coins, pennies, things like that. Think like bingo markers. As long as you have the camera, or as long as you can see what as long as what is on stream, which is normally what the battles are, this game can 100% be played remotely. There's little wooden cubes, but again, like you could buy like bingo squares or circles. It's really cool. There's some dice. Obviously, you know, everyone has dice. If not, they're like $5 gets you like a bag sometimes. There's a dice for health markers, although again, you can just keep track of your HP on like a pen and paper. You don't even need like the actual. I have like little punch out standees for the board itself, and you don't even really need them. They're just like to travel the actual hex map. Hopefully they show it. Here are all the bosses. Here's the game box. There's actually a lot to it. Character boards. You can get an equipment board. Different items. You can basically go and loot things, caves. It's really cool. I've only ever done the first world. I have 4 worlds. The way the game works is it's split into like, think Pokemon, like red version, blue version. There's 2 versions. I think there's like a fire and an ice version. Or I think there's fire and ice, earth and water. And if you get the collector's version, which is what I have, you get all 4 in a single box. It's really cool. Each time you go around the map, you flip a hex over and there could be a fight. It could be a chance to get an item, or there could be kind of like a story event that affects the party. Like everyone levels up, or everyone finds a treasure, or you've come across a merchant and spend your gold to buy whatever he has. It's like it is basically an RPG. There's a turn order. The board has the spells that you have access to. Like it says Steel Contact, Light Wave, Beacon of Light. So there's like healing spells. There's like haste, slow, meteor. It's really, really, really cool. Man, I need little bowls like that. Actually, I do have things like that. What am I talking about? It has a huge table presence. So it's even probably to my benefit to play remotely with people. But all you need is the character board and like little tokens to indicate what you've unlocked. I think there's like 13 levels to a single character. And there's like different levels of difficulty. There's like a there's like a very easy, normal, hard, and then like ultra hard. And ultra hard is you're supposed to go into it with like fully maxed out characters. I think it's like 5 to 6 players. So you can see like here's the hex, the map, the Earthosaurus, which I think I fought. Yeah, actually, this is the only map I've ever cleared. One of my moderators, nothing. Praise the Highland cow and the small infant child. Yes, the chicken nuggies and smileys with the tan are for you on the table, courtesy the small infant child and the Highland cow. Here's the warrior. So it's really cool. Blood mage. Again, like this game has tokens for everything, but again, all you need is like pen and paper. I'm poisoned. I have poison. a rule book which you can find online for free to tell you what these things do. So I've actually streamed this, so I can link you a video if you would actually want to see Lozo. And if you'd ever have time and you would be interested in doing a remote game, always have a seat at my table as the OG Big Gifter King. You have like permanent lifetime status to everything I do. You will always have lifetime status to like any event I throw. Yeah, the brawler, there's different stances. Again, it really is just rolling a lot of dice, and you can see like there's dice on the character board. The dice are used to just they're cooldowns, so you don't draw any cards. You just choose what ability you have access to, and like I'm using my bow and arrow attack, and you put a dice, and the dice is like you can't use this attack for 3 turns, and that's why some dice have like a 2, others have like a 3. They're just there to symbolize when the cooldown is off. So if there's no dice on an ability, you can use it. But it is really, really, really cool. There's a PvP area to the game, which I've found to be a lot of fun. There's a free for all. There's teams. There's a few different modes. This game is actually getting an expansion, hopefully later this year. It's really, really cool. I like it a lot. It's called Heroes of the Shire. Scenario mode, arena mode is the PvP. And it's, if I believe the creator, he has a Discord, and he has players that are doing like remote games all the time. So it's really, really fun. And again, unless you have the actual map and you're the one doing the dungeon crawl portion, you don't really need a lot. Trying to think what board games I've been into. Can't think of too much nowadays outside of Hero Clicks back in the day. Smash Ups. Dude, those were the jam back in the day, Lozo. I've been into a few card games like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Digimon, some Magic. I always wanted more at the deck builder with models. Oh man, yeah. You're speaking my language, Lozo. Everything you've said, I've been into at some point in my life. Hell, still are into, maybe just not currently in the scene. Let me see. What's another game I can show you that I really like? I've played a few actually, and I have plans to play more. I can actually talk about that too. After we look at one more board game for a cool ego segue into something I've talked about during my stream goal. Stream address, sorry, state of the stream address 2026. I put up some goals. I definitely want to do more board game streams, and I want to have more remote online, do some streams that are either on PC or console so people can all we can just meet up and have a good time. Conquer the world, be victorious, PvP, 1v1, that kind of a thing. That's I don't know. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Let's see, what's another game I can think of? Like HeroClix, I'm like still got all my pieces, including the name or butt plug. Damn. Yeah, I think I lost all my HeroClix. Those were the jam though. They still make them to this day. I see them every now and again. I haven't been to a game store in a while, a hot minute, but I see them. They're still going strong. I haven't thought about those in a long time, but those were fun. I never got like super into it, but I was like, I remember I got like a starter pack as a gift, and then I tried to get my friends into it, and I think we played like 3 or 4 times, and they were like, "That's cool, but seems expensive to get into," and I'm like, "It is." So I really didn't have anyone else that would like wanted to play with me. and I was just a starving student, so it could only go so far. But very fun, very fun. Hence why I said board games. They're as expensive as you want them to be. Granted, for a good core experience, you don't have to pay a lot, but to enhance a game or to extend a game, um, you some board games you can the sky is literally the limit. What's another one? Oh, this is a cool one. So, let me see if I can show you the bad karmas. Okay, so this one doesn't have a lot, but so this one is like a hybrid. It's like a digital. I've also played this on stream, and they have minifigures, and the bosses are really freaking awesome. You basically fight the actual zodiac, so like Aries, Gemini, Virgo, Taurus. I'm blanking on the rest, but all 12 plus the mysterious 13th zodiac, uh, Ophiuchus, I think that's how you say it. That's one pronunciation. And you play as a group of heroes. And the cool thing about it is that the heroes are from like different generations of time. So like there's like Middle Ages, um, Victorian, post-apocalyptic, modern time, the Roaring Twenties. Um, forget what else. I think that might be all of them. But it is really cool. You do need an app to play, but the app is like free as long as you have the board. Unfortunately, this is one. The only way to play remote is if you have a separate board. It's kind of like a more of a tabletop platform. Think like a board game version of Steam. They're expanding the game. I think they have like 4 games. I have 3 of the 4 right now. The Bad Karmas was the first. 1 to 5 players, about 40 to 90 minutes. That all sounds about right. 8.2. Yeah, I'd agree with that rating. I'd probably go 8.5. But it is really, really, really cool. It's a smart board game, so you roll these smart die. The game, it's basically Jumanji. If we had Jumanji when we were kids, the game knows what you roll. You could play it on your computer or a tablet or a phone. Any smart device is required. That is, some people are gonna hate that. Some are gonna like that. It is really, really, really cool. There's a lot of I don't want to say quality of life things that like the game understands its rules, so there's no second guessing something like I don't know if this works. The game knows what to do. A little bit buggy. I've run into my share of bugs on stream, but really freaking cool. I like it a lot. Yes, the mysterious 13th zodiac is Beelzemon. Yes. That Namor is a good model. Though it is, I can understand why it's called that. Heraclips, I super got into. I love just the variety, but I can understand it's such a high price. Like, I love, but also, yeah, $20 per setback is asking for it. It's a really cool game, but I always wanted that IP character represented through a model concept and the game working around them. No, I completely agree. Everything you said, I completely agree. It's for what it is, and if you're into it and you can afford it, hell yeah, you HeroClix is the shiz. They got a lot of IP. I think the most I see is DC and Marvel still. But I know they have other IP that they're about. I'll show. Let me see. One more game. One more game I can think of. Man, something with like a miniature. I have some. Also, I have so many games, man, that I've been like, I just forgot that I bought. I'm finally getting now. Granted, I haven't played every single one on stream. I want to, hence why I'm trying to do more board game stuff. I was somewhat popular. At one point, Lozo, I was in the top 5% of board game streams on Twitch. I'd like to get back there. Oh, this is my baby right here. I've spent over $1,000 on this game. Let me bring it up. And it recently concluded. After like almost 5 or 6 years. Did I not spell that right? Curse me and my stupid face. I love this board game so much. This game is a 9. Don't believe that 7.9. This game is a 9. 10 out of 10 in my book. I have every single expansion for this, including the last one that's coming out this year, which I should be getting within the next month, which is sad because this is like my forever game. I wish this game could go on forever. I truly, truly do. It is. This is the game I've waited my whole life to play. Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid. They don't have every single Power Ranger. But they have at least one Ranger from like every single season and comics. Leading up until Power Rangers the series concluded last year, 2 years ago, year and a half ago. This game is awesome. It's challenging. There's miniatures. You have a plethora of Rangers. They all do different unique things. It's easy to understand, hard to master. The miniatures are top, really, really top quality. They're also like they're not standard Dungeons and Dragons 1-inch. They're like 3 to like 4 inches in size, so they're really big. I really gotta get mine painted one day. I have everything for this. The models are phenomenal. This game is awesome. I've played it so many times on stream, and I have everything you see there. I have, and then some. The joke in this game's community is show me your tower of power. I'll have to take a picture one day of all the boxes upon boxes of Power Rangers. Here's the Grid board. I literally have everything. Man, those look super good. I need to learn how to paint. That would be a really cool stream to do in the future, to just do like a painting stream and hang out with everybody. Talk news, board games, see what's up. God, that looks awesome. Mine don't look like that. Mine are uncolored, and it makes me sad. Oh man, that's my table. That's okay. Mine look like that. But they can be painted, Lozo. They can look awesome. One day. One day. This game is super fun. 6 players. There's different rules for solo play, 2-player, all the way up to 6. There's different levels of difficulty you can adapt. They have special scenario plays of the game that affect the Rangers you can use and the monsters and their abilities. This game is a labor of love, and if you're a Power Ranger fan like me, it ticks off all the boxes. It's got great art, great mechanics. so many options. Every like I said, every ranger is different. There's a lot of strategy, teamwork. Oh man, I wish I had. My only problem is that I don't have enough hours in the day to play it as much as I. I've actually like. This is one of the things when I was taking care of my mom that I played by myself. Just like when I had some time, didn't not enough time to like, and I'd have it off on a table and like I'd leave it there because I could never be like, super far away. I'd always had to be nearby. So I was like, oh man, this game has gotten me through a lot, and I mean, it is. These are all of like the level boards. It is awesome. God, even when I'm looking at pictures, I'm like, God damn, that is so cool. I think it hit like the hero clicks with the figures. I can use them in my tabletop RPG of Power Rangers. God damn, man, that's like a uh not Warframe, Space Marine. What am I thinking of? War something. God, look at Goldar. Yeah, that's like the first year of content for this board game. Yeah, there we go. The Tower of Power. Dude, I have. Oh my god, I have so many accessories. This game is crazy. Yeah. Like I love HeroClix enough to want a lower entry version. So maybe with a deck builder based on the characters you use for the board. Would make it work. Though my 4K brain needs some 4K paints. Yep. Warhammer 40K. There we go. Yep. Morphin Master plus 2 dice. Damn. I've gotten boxes like that. This game is awesome. I've also played this remote. Dimkara's joined me remotely. You don't need a whole lot to play. I've given him a set of cards. He prefers Adam, the Black Ranger. When we play, we've gotten pretty far on the hardest difficulty, just us two. So this is definitely. I have ways of playing this remote. It is awesome. Technically, all you need is a D6, but you do need these special. Let me see if I can show you these special die. You can kind of see them right here. They're down here in the corner. They're 6-sided die, but they have markers. There's crits, which are the 2-star single hit, which is a single star, and then the O's or the circles are misses or blanks. So you're always rolling hits or misses. Very Dungeons and Dragons like. But it is awesome. They have representation from every single season of Power Rangers, at least one Ranger, and various. They got the Mastodon Sentries, Shattered Grid, Putty Warriors, the Tengas. As this, looking at it makes me want to play it now. Yeah, it's an 8 for real. If you have everything like I do, this game is a 10 out of 10. There's so much they've expanded, given different modes, so many different players. I can literally play this game the rest of my life and I'll be happy. But yeah, sadly, it got its final expansion this year, and I will be unboxing that. Maybe on stream, or definitely on YouTube. That'll be a very bittersweet day for me. This was the dream was this would go on forever, and we'd get every single ranger and every single enemy, and then the game would be perfect. Sadly, we've gotten at least every single team represented. A lot of enemies, not every enemy, but a lot. Power Rangers fight like 50 bad guys every season, and there's like 20-ish, almost 30 seasons of Power Rangers. I think there's like 30 years of Power Rangers, and there's like 20-something seasons. Every season's like 50 enemies, so I don't want to say it'd be impossible to get like 50 miniatures of a bad guys, monsters of the week. But it's it's hella special. And the final expansion does a lot. I don't want to talk about it and spill the beans, but I'll definitely do a stream when I get the final expansion. Power Rangers Eternal. It's called Eternal for a reason. I had a very sad day when I found out that they were ending the game line. I'm like, no. No. And then I got happy about some other things that they announced. Yeah. Those are just some of the board games I've played. Really, really big on legacy games. Yeah, like I said, I've been dabbling in the board game, tabletop RPG. I've been playing Power Rangers for a while. Our next episode is this Sunday, the 25th. The Rangers are currently fighting in the streets of Angel Grove. They like to party. I have a whole playlist over. No, I don't think we're over 100 hours. We're nearing 100 hours of content. So if you ever have downtime and you need like a podcast, about to listen to, I got you covered. I'm working on getting over 100 hours. Play once a month with friends and community members. Just wondering if Waspinator was Power Rangers or not. Waspinator, I think, is man. Sucks that you caught me on like a bad day. I'm sick, so I'm like, my brain is working at like 50% functionality. Transformers. Waspinator is Beast Wars. Waspinator. I don't. Yeah. Waspinator will tell Megatron about this. Get him. He's gonna tell Megatron about this. Waspinator, terrorize! Maximals, maximize! Man, Beast Wars was the shiz. Beast Wars. Dun 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 dun. Beast Wars. Man, I recently looked into, off topic, I recently looked into some Transformers, Beast Wars specifically, and like Transformers Armada toys of that era. Man, they have not gone down in value. Loose figures are like $100 a pop, and I'm like, man, I had that kind of disposable cash right now. That's my era of Transformers. My older brothers and sisters were like G1. They were first generation Transformers. I was like third, fourth. But yeah. Thinking about the Lego IP tag. Oh man. Lozo. They're doing a Lego set of Power Rangers. Now I have to show you that. And because of the Lego tax, it'll be like 500 American. It's not fair, I tell you. I'm like, I want the nice things. Why? Oh man. They put the Power Rangers in Fortnite. I got those, obviously. I had to. I have all the Rangers. Don't play Fortnite, but I have them. I had to. They got me. Everyone plays Fortnite eventually. Oh man, Lozo, what do you think about the Street Fighter movie? Again, so many off-topic things. I throwing everything at you because I don't know when you'll grace us with your presence again. Well, I look for this Lego. What I do with the Lego? And I know it's going to be like $500. Here it is. Found it. All right, let me show you this. It went from the concept phase to the actual production phase, so they will be making it. I don't know if it's going to be this year. It might be next year, but the Power Power Rangers are getting official Lego. I don't think it's maybe not sets, but for sure one set. See if I can bring this up. All right, give me a second. There we go. There it is. That's $500. If I'm lucky, it'll be like 3. Maybe like 250. I don't know. Power Rangers is getting rebooted this year on Disney Plus, so I don't know. Depending how that show goes, the value could either go up or down. And if I don't grab one, the collector market will definitely jump in price. Because let me tell you, as a Power Ranger fan, I regularly look at things, and things are like, I wish they were double the price. They're like quintuple the price of what they normally were. And I'm like, God, if only I had $800 to buy a single Ranger mint in box from like 5 years ago. If only. Loose stuff is still hundreds. I blame the collector market. Everyone knows something's worth something nowadays, so it's like, gone are the times where you could, oh, let me buy this cup that's signed by Miyamoto-san and Reggie Fils-Aimé and Bill Trenton and Doug Bowser and Iwata-san. It's just a normal cup, but it has all their signatures. That's like, oh. Like, yeah, I don't know who these people are. They might be like, I think they're a band or something. How much you want for that cup? I don't know. It's a pretty nice cup. Has Super Mario on it for some reason. I'll give you $20. Sold. $20. Give them the cup. See it on eBay for like 1,000, 2,000, 10,000. Oh man. What a time when you could find gems like that at random flea markets and neighborhood garage sales. Let me catch up with the chat. So yeah, you remember when that one Transformer in Gen 1 went to Atlantis and he got into a mermaid and was like, "What if I turned myself into a mermaid too?" And I was like, "I'm gonna bag you in my merman form." Is that one Transformer? dude, a lot of crazy stuff in Transformers. You haven't even seen the Japanese only. I had to educate myself again. Like I said, I remember watching Gen 1 Transformers, but I was but a wee lad. My older brothers and sisters were all about Gen 1. The second Megatron wasn't a gun, they were like, "I'm out. He ain't lethal enough for me." Oh man. There's the headmasters, there's the pretenders, there's oh boy. Let's just say there's Transformers where their armor is to look like a human, and then yeah, you don't know how awkward it gets when a woman hits on a Transformer and it's like, I'm into you, but if we do this, technically that makes you a robosexual. Optimus needs me. Jumps out of like a moving elevator, transforms into like a fighter jet, flies away. It's crazy. I'm like, I don't remember this. And I'm like, oh, it never aired outside of Japan. Oh, that explains it. You don't need to tell me anything more. I can believe that. But he kept the same voice for some reason. Welcome to your death today. You're gonna die. Yeah, like that. I don't know. That's Transformers has its big. You could become a Transformers historian and get down in the lore. It gets crazy. There's the comics. Obviously, there's the Sacred Gen 1 animated show. There's some of the things that Japan only got. There's Armada, Energon, Cybertron. Oh man, there's so many different versions of Transformers. Some of them aren't even in the same reality or continuity. They're like different reality. It gets crazy. They've Hasbro's tried to like make it so that they all fit in a timeline. And like, yeah, this is how it happens, you see. But the fans are like, nah, don't lie to us. They don't like openly. They reject the official lore. They retcon the history. But Transformers are cool. I wish I had. I wish I had more Transformers. I only have two. I have Optimus Prime and Jetfire. And once upon a time, I had Cheetor from Beast Wars. Those were good times. Those were good times. Yeah. Board games and tabletop RPGs. I think them being separate universes while Unicron being the exception is fine enough. Yeah. They, like I said, if you omit things from Japan and some of the comics are a big thing. A lot of people like the show was really good about introducing people, but like the story got so fleshed out and really creative with the Marvel comics from like I think the mid 80s to like early 90s. And then like from the mid 2000s to like 2019, 2020, it got rebooted with IDW. And then now the Transformer IP is at Skybound. So Robert Kirkman of The Walking Dead is in control of Transformers right now. And he's doing the whole thing with the Energon universe, which is Void Rivals, G.I. Joe, and Transformers all belong in the same universe. And it's getting crazy out there. Snake Eyes riding Optimus Prime while fighting Cobra Commander. Secretly has Megatron locked up in his Doomsday vault. All his snakes, cobras. Granted, if people want to, technically, yeah, Transformers and G.I. Joe was canon to Marvel for a while. You can say, sure, that happened just over there. It is, and that's canon now. The last movie that came out, which was a while ago, I want to say pre-pandemic, Bumblebee. That must have been like 2019, 2018. Spoilers if anyone hasn't seen Bumblebee. But they no, was it Bumblebee? No, there was another one. Man, it's gonna bother me. I know I've seen every Transformer movie, but you have to understand. Especially like the ones prior to Bumblebee, where like I remember the explosions and I don't remember the story. What are okay, hold on. Okay, let's see. Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, 2009. Transformers, 2007. Dark of the Moon was 2011. Age of Extinction was 2014. The Last Night was 2017. Okay, Bumblebee was 2018. Rise of the Beasts. That's the one that introduced the Beast Wars characters. So you had two Optimuses. Gorilla Optimus and Tow Truck and Truck Optimus. And in Rise of the Beast, spoiler alert, for a 3-year-old movie, one of the characters acknowledges G.I. Joe existing in the universe, which Bumblebee was there like a soft reboot. So Transformers up to the Last Night don't really exist anymore. They're their own timeline, and then Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast is a new timeline. And G.I. Joe exists in that timeline, although the G.I. Joe franchise hasn't done remarkably well. There was the two with Channing Tatum, G.I. Joe and G.I. Joe The Rise of Cobra, and then there was the Storm Shadow movie. And then I think that was it. I think there was just the three. I could be wrong. But yeah. In fact, you know what? I'll look this up. Yeah, Joe movie. Not to be confused with the super badass 1987 G.I. Joe the movie. Oh, there were three? Never mind. There's G.I. Joe, Retaliation, and then G.I. Oh, the first one is called The Rise of Cobra. Never mind. There are just two. And then a single Snake Eyes movie. They're alright. There's something alright. One day we'll get a real good G.I. Joe. Oh, dude, Transformers 1. That was so good. I actually really enjoyed that movie. I don't think it was like a massive flop, but sadly the kids didn't go watch it. But Transformers 1 is awesome. Yeah, made it canon again. Transformers 1 is like a separate other the way they planned that movie out is that they had an outline to do like a whole new spin-off of like CG animated films. And I think the first one, it didn't do super good. But it didn't do super bad, but it also didn't do super good. But it had really good like critical reception. It just wasn't commercially like, you know, it didn't make $1 billion, so Hasbro's like, well, greenlit the next one. I highly recommend it. Transformers 1 is awesome. But they had a whole like universe ready to go. If like once this movie makes $1 million and the Hasbro CEO says, make me more money, we're ready to, I guess, reboot the franchise. You know, take it to the next level. Yeah, which is Transformers 1, which is really good, but also sadly bombed. Yeah, bombed at the box office. Azkaban, small infant child Chubster has taken over. Yeah, I was shocked Transformers 1 flopped in theaters. People were, sorry, I was getting a message. Yeah, I was shocked that it flopped in theaters. People were talking about it. Things were going around, but it just didn't work out. Yeah. To the point that Michael Bay got the green light for another movie. Pretty much. It's really good. But it's kind of like I forget who I had a discussion with. I really need to make a podcast out of like just the random talks we're having right now that I have with friends and family. It's kind of just like the whole reinventing things for a new generation. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know, it's like how many times can we keep redoing this and getting kids like Transformers, see? But it's like eventually we got to have something new. Eventually, but again, Hollywood, there are no new ideas. But I'm like, I'll always love Transformers. G.I. Joe. That was my childhood too. Not into it as much as Power Rangers, but I was like, yeah, this stuff is cool. Everyone had them. Everyone had them. Yeah, though from what I can understand, it was a mix of bad timing to come out and just a bad trailer, which is a little hard to believe. But the director said it was a case of goofy movie again. Great movie with great intentions, but the trailer was not what they intended. Yeah, I also will. I can attest to that. The trailers did kind of like, it looks cool. It's cool. It's an origin story. Excuse me. Also, Bayformers is a weird case of Bayformers are Bay fans, but not as much as the Transformers fans. So the crossover audience is just not as well connected. That too. It's again live action versus a you know, CG animated look. Uh, it is one of those things too where the cast was like, I think it was like Steve Buscemi was Starscream. Chris Hemsworth was Optimus. Sorry, Orion Pax. Spoilers if you haven't seen Transformers 1. Go watch it. It's a really good movie. Scarlett Johansson was RC. Um, Eagle Mike and Key was Bumblebee. Who else? I forget who does Megatron. You know what? I can tell you. Give me a second. He's not a well known actor, but he's a good actor. He was I definitely don't know his name, but he's a good actor. I've seen him in things. He was in Marvel's Eternals. He was one of the brothers from Bullet Train. Transformers 1. Ryan Tyree Henry. He's Megatron. Yeah, Steve Buscemi. Starscream. Lawrence Fishburne. John Hamm was the villain. So they had a pretty like stacked cast. And again, it's really good, but word of mouth, the trailer, you're like Chris Hemsworth, Thor, Optimus Prime. I don't know. Eagle Mike and Key, Bumblebee. I don't know. Steve Buscemi, Starscream. I don't know. You get enough of the I don't knows, you're like, I don't care anymore. uh, yeah. Nah, it was good though. I super sad. Animation was really good. The story was really good. It kind of mirrors the Transformer movie, the Transformers movie from the 80s. Um, yeah, but Transformers is like one of those things. Everyone has like a story to tell, and uh, it'll probably go on forever. It's like Godzilla. Dude, Lozo new Godzilla this year. The King shall return. Gujira -0. 11/6/2026. That should be a real good time. Yeah. Badassatron. yes, Badassatron. Man, you know what you're getting me hyped for, Lozo? Uh I've I've reached out to people to want to do a maybe not a one shot, but like a 4-shot, 5-shot adventure, small Transformers campaign. Believe it or not, I am the owner. Let me see if I can bring it up on stream. I am the owner of a magical book. That that I'm forced to depend on friends or community members to play. This book has a name. Give me a second. I don't think it. Actually, I can throw us over to the other screen. Give me a second. Voila! Voila! Let's see. The Transformers role-playing game. I'm the proud owner of everything you see on screen, but I'm looking for the... here we go. The Transformers 1 role-playing game, where I can turn you into a Transformer. You could be Badassatron, Lozo. This tablet of mine holds the secrets to unlocking your true potential. The Transformers 1 sourcebook brings your Transformers role-playing game to Cybertron. As the inciting moves of the Civil War occur, join the ranks of bots fighting for a better future. Take up the banner of the High Guard in the rebellion against Sentinel Prime, with new factions representing the beginnings of the Autobots and Decepticons. Work alongside our battle against the film starring characters as you forge a new future for Cybertron with the Matrix of Leadership. Whether you want to play out the events of Transformers 1 with your group, or use the film as a starting point for further adventures, this book has everything you need, including stats for Orion Pack / Optimus Prime, D16 Megatron, Elita 1, B127, Sentinel Prime and his minions, and a mix of bots and Transformers key to the film in the Cybertronian Civil War. Influences inspired by heroes and villains. New options for using crew capacity. How to play a bot character and ways to get your transformation cog. You don't even have to be a Transformer. Guidance in playing allies to enemies, traitors, and other complicated party dynamics. Ready to go locations from Cybertron, ranging from the archives. How to run my own Lycon 5000, perfect for every Transformer RPG campaign. I got all the influences, the advice for the campaign, ready to go locations. I got everything. Except people to play it with. I want to be called Spaghetti. Perfect. Perfect. When you it's in the lore. And my official Ego's Transformers 1 world, Lozo shall be known as Spaghetti. just straight up Spaghetti, or like Spaghetti-tron. Spaghetti Prime. Spaghetti. I've never heard of a more badass Cybertronian name for a character than Spaghetti. It's strong, it's gentle. It's a name that encompasses all. But yes. Oh man. One day I'll find enough. The game recommends 3 people. If I could get 2, I could turn you into Spaghetti on your quest to find a transformation cog so that you can turn into an Autobot or a Decepticon. I don't know which way Spaghetti goes. Could be good or evil. I see Spaghetti being neutral till things escalate one way or the other. Megatron, Cyclonus, Starscream, Spaghetti. Yeah. Soundwave and Dog Soundwave. All right. Spaghetti is a Decepticon. Good. Yeah. So I have that, and I have all of I have a bunch of other Transformers lore books. So you could technically even be Spaghetti the Predacon. Again, I laugh because I imagine a spaghetti transformer, but you're not actual spaghetti. Spaghetti is just your name. Unless you want to be like a plate of spaghetti or something. And you transform. You could be like the GI Joe from Robot Chicken. What's his name? Fumbles. Spoilers for God, it's got to be over a decade. Episode of like season 1 of Robot Chicken. One GI Joe couldn't make the cut. What does he do in retaliation? He gives them all the cut. What you can't see is me putting my hand in a manner going across my neck. Cut. catch my drift. I don't know about that name, but all good. Like I know what it is. Just I forgot that's the name they used. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like I said, if you're interested and we can figure out the timing because I know you're still if I remember correctly, like 6.5 hours behind me. So it's your early afternoon. Maybe we could Fridays work for you. They could become Transformer Fridays and the Adventures of Spaghetti the Decepticon and whoever else is brave enough to join. I think so. Okay, it's like currently 4 for you. Yeah. So it's about 10-20 for me. So 4 for you. Yeah. About a good 6 hours. Okay. Damn. I'm surprised I remembered that. A lot of the lore, the memories are coming back. But yeah. It'll. Oh, okay. So not terrible hours. Yeah, no. That works for me. I want to say you got here like maybe an hour ago. We've been talking for a while. uh so granted, I always remembered this more or less worked. As long as I can get one more person. Again, the book recommends 3, but like I can make it work with 2. Or hear me out. I was talking about this yesterday when I was talking about future tabletop RPGs. My goal is to like at least play a few more. I own so many of those though. Like I said, I have so many board games. I'm up to my wazoo on board games. um see, is it? Let me go to back to just chatting. Is it easier? Actually, no. I was talking about this yesterday. I might have a picture. No, I deleted the picture because I talked about it yesterday. Damn. Okay, hold on. I have a crazy idea. Hear me out. Hear me out. Damn it. What did I do with the link? Oh, not what it's called. Aha, I found it. Okay, let me show you this. This is like the George Lucas voice. Hey, spaghetti. It's the key to everything. The Radiance engine is the way. So I am the proud owner of a game engine, which facilitates this. The Radiance engine is a supplement that allows you to play any tabletop role playing game as a single player game. It can be used with any system genre setting. The Radiance cards work like story prompts, allowing me to weave an infinite variety of story rich adventures anytime, anywhere. Not a solo player, game masters can also use the Radiance as a tool to table with friends, generate side quests, or even entire adventures on the fly. So basically, these series of cards that I own act as a GM, kind of like a soft AI. Although I guess we could just have chat BT. That's what all the cool kids do nowadays. But it facilitates a GM. It's meant for solo play, but we could adapt it. You could be Spaghetti the Decepticon, and I could be Eiko, the Autobot. And we can make our own Transformers one. Here's the flowchart. So, yeah. Oh, I guess that kind of works. So we set up the game, which will be Transformers. Doesn't necessarily have to be Transformers 1, but that's an option. We play a card. There's tokens, which I have everything. That gives us a story. We take care of our characters. The story dictates what we're aiming to do or what can happen. We go down the paths that the engine designed for us or set forth. We get to the results. We draw some cards. Get in fights. We go down the flow chart. We resolve the situation. We continue with the flow chart. We advance the story, and then we rinse and repeat. And to get the engine's full like version of a campaign, we'd have to go through this flow 8 times in a row. Granted, that's not a like set in stone thing. That's just like if you want to get like the maximum amount of story out of your game. It was designed to go in a loop 8 times in a row. But I mean, Eiko and Spaghetti's story could be like 2 loops of this flow chart. But it handles all of the GM work. It's what I'm going to be using to do my playthrough of Wilderfeast, which I haven't even talked about because we've been having such a good conversation about board games, Transformers, G.I. Joe, and other things, and Universal Studios Fan Fest. But yeah, it's super cool. Very customizable. Or I could just be the GM. Find one more person and then we do Transformers 2. The possibilities are endless, Lozo. All we need is where do I find the G.I. Joe? Where were all the G.I. Joe fans at? I guess I could like do a G.I. Joe. I'd say like Transformer. I don't really have any miniatures. Nor do I own. Actually, no, I do own a G.I. Joe board game. That's what I'll do. I can play one of my G.I. Joe board games, and then I'll segue to a Transformers board game, which I also have. Oh, actually, Transformers card game. Don't own a board game. Board game would be cool though. And then that's when I just nonchalantly slip in. It's like, oh, I'm actually looking for one more lucky Transformer for a Transformers 2 mini campaign. I have a Decepticon ready to go. It'd be cool if I had one Autobot. And if not, that's the Radiance engine's got our at our backs. But yeah, it could happen. Pretty cool. Not to mention that last I checked, believe it or not, Lozo, uh, Hasbro, which owns G.I. Joe, Power Rangers, My Little Pony, um, Transformers, and a bunch of other things. Dungeons and Dragons, obviously, the biggest one, arguably. Uh, they should be updating their or releasing their online tabletop platform, and it has built-in support for Transformers. I could not believe what I saw when I saw Optimus Prime at battling Vecna. I'm like, and he's like full in-game model to scale. They're like, not only are we supporting Dungeons and Dragons, but other IPs to come. And then you see Optimus Prime's foot in silhouette, and I'm like, damn, Optimus Prime, they care. Fact, and right. I think it's D&D Beyond. Oh, man, this was like a while. This was like 2021, 22. This was a while ago. Granted, they had a lot of big plans. I don't think all of their plans succeeded, but what they showed, starting to think we never should have left just chatting. We should go back. That was a. At least I figured out how to actually change the. Yeah, there we go. Just chatting feels right. So yeah, switch our screens. Well, Wizards of the Coast, I guess, is what I'm looking for. Let's see. Not magic to get. Dear God, what is that? Maybe D&D Beyond? Or maybe just Hasbro? Oh, no, there we go. That's a thing. That. And I don't even know what the video is called. Okay, they've been working on their maps. Lord of the Rings is celebrating an anniversary this year, and fans have already pre-ordered $5 million worth of pre-order tickets. So I think it's this weekend actually too. Fellowship. I might want to go see that. They're the extended like 3-hour cuts of each movie. Or no, 4-hour. Yeah, each. Damn, man, that's better hope they have a built-in matinee. Year ago. No, not that one. Years ago. Had to be older. I don't think it's a dev update. It's video. They showed Optimus Prime, and I lost my mind. I was like, what? What? Uh, forget what maybe it's this. No, it's another dev update. It was like a developer update, but it was a ah man. What happens when your D&D dreams come true? Oh boy, when dreams come true. Uh oh man, was it like D&D 1? I forget what their code name for it was. I doubt if I put Transformer, Optimus Prime will pop up. Ah man. Let me search D&D. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Not shorts. Nope, nope. Not looking for an actual play. Damn. I'd have to look for it. I know it's like a developer video. So it's like their big initiative before like the new edition of the 2024 edition of Dungeons and Dragons came out. Forget what it was codenamed. They show Optimus Prime. And I was like, holy shit. It's like they care. they care. Those uh damn. Yeah, I'm not gonna find or I'm not gonna find it anytime soon. But they long story short, they did a presentation. They teased like not only is this gonna support Dungeons and Dragons, but other other properties to come. And then this Optimus Prime comes out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh my god. Uh and then they stopped there. And then I don't think they've shown anything else. So I don't know if people have access to Optimus Prime. I don't even know if they added any more other Transformers, but the fact they had a Transformer and they were working on other things. Granted, this is before their whole open license fiasco, and they try to copyright and they try to charge everyone who played any tabletop RPG money for mooching off of D&D, and people got hella mad, and things got really really bad. They had a really big uh a really big backpedaling of like, oh, we're not the greedy bad guys you think we are. We promise. And people are like, yeah, sure you're not. Sure you're not. Let me just put Transformer. Maybe it'll come up the video. You never know. I doubt it, but yeah, no. There's oh boy. Man. Let me try presentation. Running. Mostly a lot of really, really useful how-tos. But I do not see the video I was looking. It exists somewhere, but it was a massive update. Like, we're gonna take down the old system. We're gonna use Unreal Engine 5. Everything's gonna be like a video game. It's gonna enhance your games. And it'll only cost you $15 for the rest of your. Yeah, what if I try Unreal? Nope. But to know that Star Wars memes always work in Dungeons and Dragons. Damn. Uh. Oh God, something just disconnected and I don't know what. Something disconnected and I don't know what. Hopefully you can still hear me. Okay, yeah. I can't find the I can't find the video. But I assure you it exists. It's somewhere. And Hasbro was getting ready to. This was after like the Transformers role-playing game had already been out for like a year and a half. 2 years maybe. And I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna go full support. They're gonna put in G.I. Joe's next. They're gonna put in My Little Pony next. And then they're gonna put in Power Rangers next. And then they really didn't mention anything else. And then, like I said, the open game license fiasco kind of got them so much ill will. It was nuts. They just had like no, there was no way to get in anyone's good graces. They were like, sorry, you got us trying to get money. We're not greedy. Promise. And the rest is history. But damn, it was like my entire stream dedicated to just chatting. It was fun. It's been awesome. Shows me that I can hold a stream doing like a news type show. Oh God, something else disconnected. I don't know what disconnected. Weird things. But all right. I think I'm gonna call it here. So, what I will show you is the game I'm working on. Starting. But assuming Transformers falls into line, hell yeah. Spaghetti and Ego. Decepticon, Autobot friends. We'll work on the story we want to tell. Transformers 2. How we can do what Goat Simulator did. I think there's Goat Simulator 3. There is no 2. 3 is the 2. God, it did it again. My computer's not happy. Things are. I'm taking that as a sign that things are. Something's breaking, and I don't know what, and I don't know why. But yeah, let me just show the game I was working on. Or I had planned to talk about and actually work through tonight, but I'm in a rush. We have the entire rest of the year to do this. Plenty of time, plenty of time. Let me open quick start guide. Second. I really gotta organization. Uh um oh, there we go. Okay. And if this will work. Uh oh, actually, how did I do this? Can you tell that I haven't streamed in a while? uh there we go. Okay. Okay, yeah, something's up with my computer right now. Alright, so definitely gonna problem shoot that in a second, but this is what I was working on. Wilderfeast. Are what you eat. Hey, awesome duck. What's up? Welcome to the stream. I'm currently just talking about a tabletop RPG. I want to play on stream this year. Hopefully, in the coming week, if not for sure this month. Talking about Transformers, Dungeons and Dragons, Universal Studio Fan Fest, just a bunch of news. Kind of hanging out on the weekend. A little under the weather, so also my computer is just it's not liking whatever's happening to it. Afraid it's gonna shut down or something. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. You a fan of board games, RPGs, video games? Talking with a long time community member of mine. Haven't heard from him in many a year, but it was a pleasant surprise. Wilderfeast, the fest. I need some more medicine. You are what you eat. But the gist of it is, this RPG is part Monster Hunter, part like there's like really not other. There's not really another point of comparison. My brain wants to say Cooking Mama, but I know that's a bad analogy. It's just part Monster Hunter, part cooking. I don't really know any like, cooking simulator. I guess would have been a good one to go to. Sorry, I'm normally working with like 90% brain capacity on a good day, but under the weather, so I'm lucky if I have like 35 capacity. But yeah, part Monster Hunter, part cooking, adventure. It's really cool. Part of the world is the one land. Is there a map in this? No, but there is an introduction. I'll see if I can go over this tomorrow. But it's really cool. Excuse me. Really cool. I wanted to try it. I think basically a Monster Hunter. If Monster Hunter were a tabletop RPG. really excited to try it, demo it, show it off to the audience. Should more individuals want to get in on the game, possibly do that. Yeah. I'm gonna leave that there. There we go. It's fixed. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good spot to end tonight's stream. I went a little bit longer, got very sidetracked. uh First time really. Yeah, I need to fix my computer. I don't know what that is. It's bad that is happening. I need to fix that. But I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun just hanging out, chatting, looking up things. I really need to do these just chatting streams more often, or at least kind of start a stream before I transition into a game, board game, playing with friends, that kind of a thing. But it was a lot of fun. Yeah, a good change of pace. I liked it. This was very enjoyable. I just wish I wasn't sick so I could enjoy it more. But yeah, we'll have to see when the next Just Chatting stream will happen. Definitely gonna focus on a tabletop RPG. Transformers is on the docket. Wilderfest. Oh, my poor brain is on the horizon, fast approaching. We'll definitely have to talk more random shop, just modern visual culture in the future. So, as I always say, everyone's viewership and support never goes unnoticed or taken for granted. So thank you again for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Small time streamer trying to work their way back up. The stream empire. It's built one brick at a time. But yeah, huge shout out. Awesome Duck stopping by. Lozo, of course. OG Big Gifter King, Team Puffins. Kuzu in the stream. This was awesome. We'll see when the next stream is. Possibly tomorrow. Probably start the RPG. We'll see what happens. I don't really have a hard time frame on things. I'm kind of taking it as it is, but I had a lot of fun. On that note, it's time for what my number one mod with the dad bod Tim Kara calls the Truman Show outro. So to everyone hanging out, thanks for sticking around for the end of the stream. I really appreciated it. I had a lot of fun just chatting and hanging out with everybody. I swear next time we'll actually play a game. We'll get to work on an RPG. We'll make some progress. We'll set some things up. But I did like this format. It's just hanging out, looking things up, having fun. Good conversations, man. That's what I miss the most about streaming. It's really good conversations. Wholesome. Good for the soul, yeah. I just want to say, no matter where you all are watching from, hope everyone has a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I'm Ego, the Visual Culturist, signing out. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't really have a set time, so I'm gonna play it by ear. Working on getting a schedule that's to be decided right now. So I'll get on that. I'll get that hammered out. Yeah. Otherwise, on that note, I hope you all find $20 randomly off the ground. I hope that special someone you're thinking of texts you back. And whatever situation you have dwelling on your mind, I hope ultimately favors you in the end. So until next time, take care, everybody. Lozo, if you're still here, it was great chatting with you. I definitely will reach out to you on Discord about Transformers, and I can't wait to see you again. And I'm excited for Transformers 2, the sequel. The Transformers 1. It's gonna be epic. All right. Peace out, everyone. Take care. Peace.